Well, I cut the tape on that Dick Tracy box because I really didn't do too much. I could see there was packs in it, but there was also a lot of cards, so I'm assuming it's not quite a full box. So that makes me feel better because I'm going to throw the box away, probably. I don't know. I could keep it with them, you know, just for the heck of it. Maybe the next buyer will want them. Cards kind of were stuck together, and there's some bent ones. I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep them. I might just toss them. I could give them up with the box. I don't know. I'm going to check the value, and maybe, well, since I don't know when I'm going to have a flea market again, you know, I'll have to hold on to them if I want to try to sell them at the flea market first, and I think that means they're just going to go on eBay. Check the value, and then put a price on them, and hopefully they'll sell quick. Just thought I'd add that for whatever video it ends up in. Yeah, that box of comics from Cox's. This comic was in here. I can't seem to get rid of this comic. This comic's been well, when I first got into comics, I think I got this either from Books Galore in the late 80s, or I got it when I bought a big bunch of comics from a guy in Mercer for stock. And I end up doing the shows. And then this ended up hanging on my wall for a long time. That's why he is no longer really red. He's more of a pink. And my old store stamp's still on there from the original store, 120 West Central Avenue. And so now I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Is it going to end up in a quarter box? Am I going to keep it because it made its way back to me after almost 40 years? Oh well, time will tell. Highlight of Kiss Unmasked is Anton Figg's drums. Even though he didn't really get proper credit, pretty decent drumming. He ended up playing with Ace on his records, but didn't tour because he was a member of Paul Schaefer's band on David Letterman. He is the drummer, so he couldn't go on tour. I think this album's very unique. It's more pop than hard rock. It's got a different sound. I got this at Goodwill today. I think one on eBay sold for $30-some. It is not a Fenton. It is another off-brand. It's kind of a rough thing, but it's got such a weird, I think they called theirs banana yellow or something. I'd say it's buttery, popcorny banana. But that's probably stolen from a Fenton mold. Anything else I bought was these boxes of those from Walmart, these Pokemon mystery boxes, which I either already maybe seen the short videos I made, maybe I haven't listed them yet. I think I did, probably by this point, unless I decided they sucked and I just didn't bother. But did not do too well. Happy Friday. Went to Meadville today. I don't know, I picked up some junk. Not a lot. Checked a couple more tapes on the way to Meadville. Checked right out of the cellar. Sounds okay, but I gotta put it in a thing to keep track of it. One store I just got the Presley Family Cookbook, which is not worth a lot, but it is signed by Violet or Vester Presley in the front. I think it's worth $15 signed. One sold, but I don't know if these guys are related to Elvis. I made a big deal to have Presley on the book, but don't know. Didn't check yet. And I got two VHS: The World According to John Coltrane and The Wizard of Time and Space and Time, which I thought that was rare, but it isn't. I don't see it very often. So that's it from the one shop, and then the rest is all from Salvation Army. Got two records. This was here there last time. Gypsy Romance. I don't know if it's any good. I like some gypsy music. And Kansas. This has anything good on this one? No, none. And I got some paperbacks, a few paperbacks. I got this Edge Bloody Summer. I don't know. I think it's worth reselling. Then this Sci-Fi Wit, Wisdom, and Wonder Stellular 1. And then I get, what's this one? A Buffy the Vampire Slayer book. I don't know if it's worth eBaying. It might be worth $10. And then Annabelle Horror 2, which I don't remember how, I think this is the one I had before, had the cover glued onto it. This one's coming off too. But, yeah. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if it's worth quite a... I had 3 I loaded up before, so chances are it's probably not worth reselling. And, let's see, do I save the videos for last, or do I show the shirts? There was a shirt I ended up leaving. It was a double-sided Chucky and Tiffany, you know, Child's Play, and it was all over. He's dressed in like a fedora hat and stuff, and she's dressed like Marilyn Monroe on the Airbend. I just did what I said I didn't want to do, pick the shirts up that I wrap breakables in, because I paid up on this one item. And I probably should have left it because it's not a pair. It is a Fiesta wear candle holder, marked on the bottom, Homer Lofton. I don't know, 20 bucks. I paid $7.99, so I think it's worth a little more by itself. 2 sold for like 40 bucks, but the color, I'm not sure. I call that peach. Somebody had apricot down, and that was what it looked like that they had. This little dish, a friend of mine, Debbie, that watches videos and goes to the auction, she had this and then gave it to me, and I meant to put it back because I didn't really need it, but I own it now, so probably worth selling. Alright, we got a few shirts. I got Porco Rosso, that's one of the Studio Ghibli movies, and it's a small, so I almost left it. Casual Friday. Maybe somebody will buy that, hopefully, off me. This is a cool shirt here. It's got the arm stripes. It says art and music. It's got Mick Jagger, and I don't know if that's Ziggy. Is that what's his face's kid? The yeah, you know who I'm talking about. It says 2021, but it also says 1972 Jamaican tour. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but it should be worth $5. It'll go to Erie with me since it's music related. The other 2 probably not. And I thought I had another shirt, but I guess that is only 3 I got. Alright. And then the videotapes. Video killed the radio star. Alright, I guess this is worth reselling. I have to replace the case. Lilo and Stitch. I don't know if it's worth a lot. School Rock's a little rare too. I thought I put that back, but I don't know. Maybe it's worth selling. This was sealed, and I never even looked to see. I would assume it's an opera, but it's got a booklet with it and everything, and it's sealed. Well, partially sealed. It's starting to split open, so I don't know. I could have left it. And then Malcolm X. That's pretty cool. Part 2. That's awesome. I didn't even notice that. This movie's pretty good. The Boys from Brazil. And then the final video, which I couldn't believe I found it over there. It's an old rental, so I don't know if it plays good or not, but how often do you find this in the wild? Pink Flamingos, starring Divine, and it was by John Waters. It was his first movie with all his sick friends. If you've ever seen this movie, you know a lot. I haven't seen it, well, maybe pieces of it, but I haven't seen it since, like the 90s when I had my shop. A kid loaned it to, a guy I knew loaned it to me. And he said, you'll never think of the song Bird, Bird, Bird and How Much Is That Little Doggy in the Window again after you see this movie. And he's pretty much right. Except for Bird, Bird, Bird is a little overshadowed by Peter Griffin on Family Guy doing it all the time. But if I sit and think about it, I always think about the scene in this movie. But it's gross. I'm hoping it's not censored. It doesn't say any rating on it, so I'm assuming it's uncut, so hopefully I'll know. It won't take long into the movie before you know if it's cut or not. So that was a good find. I think it's worth 20-30 bucks for that tape. So anyway, that'll do it, I guess. Can't think of anything else. I got a DVD set the other day at Goodwill that was $5. It was or was it $6.99? I think it was $5. Maybe it was $6.99. I don't know. But it was Taekwondo, something Gracie's bully-proof thing, and it's a thing of training for Taekwondo or Jitsu, not Taekwondo. And I sold it already for $70. So there you go. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.